Hello, everybody, and welcome to the special episode of Strange Origins podcast. It's going to be about Falcon and Winter Soldier 1.
Hello, hello, yep.
Hello. Yes, we're going to be discussing the first two episodes in this one because, well, I think we spoke about it in the other podcast, but we felt like the first
Yeah,
one was a bit slow going. There wasn't much
yeah,
information. But
yeah.
just to be clear, there's going to be spoilers. There'll be spoilers. I'm going to have spoiler warning in the title as well. But if you're listening to this, you must have watched Falcon and Winter Soldier. Otherwise, and if you don't care, fuck it, just watch it anyway. Give us some views. But if you do care, stop listening because this is going to be spoilers. But
Yep.
yeah, give them time to leave. All right, they're gone. But yeah, no, we were talking about in the other podcast that like the first one felt a bit slow. It was just a bit like it
It's just
felt
said
yeah, it felt like a movie, and it was just
like,
like we had only watched the first like 40 minutes of a movie, so it's just like we're sort of like, hey, everyone's kind of alive, like, and doing
yeah,
kind of okay, like
like normal things.
yeah. So I guess we should start off with the first episode. But
Yep.
for me, like the only thing that stands out in that like sort of film was also a film. See, I'm already calling it a film, but the episode was the ending for me.
I agree. I
Like
agree.
straight away, the ending
Um,
was literally like, oh, this is the new Captain America, and everyone was like, what? What the hell? Like, it caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they were gonna go that way with it because I told you before I don't watch trailers, so
mm,
unless it was shown in the trailer that I didn't know about.
I
But
think it was shown in the trailer.
okay. For me,
Just
I was just
Black
like,
Widow.
because this is exactly the reaction I want. I want to
Mm.
watch a TV show or film and not know what was gonna happen. So I
Oh
literally sat there. I
yeah.
was like, "Yo, they got a new Captain America. I hate this guy." Like, it was so sick because I did not know it was coming. But
Yeah. If you watch the trailer, you definitely psych out. But it's just for me, I didn't expect them to like show it like so soon
oh,
for like the
okay,
first episode. Honestly, I was expecting at least second.
yeah,
But
because you were telling me
yeah.
something interesting with it. Because like, I mean, I think we both are more DC than Marvel, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know too much about like other characters that aren't at the forefront of comics. So
Yeah.
for instance, like you told me that this guy like is like the new Captain America is actually in the comics.
Oh
Like
yeah,
and
he's
yeah,
yeah. So his basically in the comics his be it's basically like if you think about it, he's like an alternative of version of Captain America but
mm.
stronger.
See that's what
That's it.
that's see when you told me that when he's stronger, I was like what? Like
Yeah.
I thought because like the super soldier serum, like he's meant to be like stronger than him, but so how did he get stronger? I don't get it. Like was there some sort of serum he took or?
Well, if you've seen the second episode, I think in the second episode he hasn't gotten a serum yet, but in the comics, he was actually it was actually teased at the end of the credits.
Right.
He was basically recruited by this company called Power Brokers, where they just basically use you on experiment, give you powers and all this other stuff.
Right. Okay.
At the same time, I think they were doing like some weird wrestling federation with it.
Right.
And in the comics, he didn't wanna he wanted to be like something better. Basically, like he
Like a
wanted to be like
hero.
Captain America. Yeah, so that's how he got his powers in the comics. But I don't think in this one they've established that yet.
No, because
Like you know,
all they said was like he's just like
a normal.
really yeah a normal guy, but he's just really athletic. And I'm like, yo, the
Yeah.
way he's using that shield though does not seem like he's athletic. Like he and I said this to my girlfriend when we were watching it. I was like,
Mm.
he seemed like he lost that fight on purpose. Like when they were on the van. This we're branching onto the second episode here. So my apologies,
Ah.
but like when he lost that fight, like they were because they were
Yeah.
fighting the other super soldier guys. It
Mm.
looked like he lost on purpose, and I don't know if that's because he wanted to be seen as like a hero. This is just what I'm getting from it.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to kind of like reveal he's a super soldier. Like,
Yeah.
but it kind of for me it kind of gave off the impression like he lost on purpose, and it was a way of him trying to get into Bucky and Falcon's like good books. You know,
Ah.
that's what it looked
Okay.
like to
Okay.
me, and
I'll,
that's before I even knew about this super soldier stuff. Like,
mm.
so maybe they're going that direction, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm kind of I'm a bit different. I already me I thought that he hasn't received the super soldier serum yet.
Okay.
That's why like they're leading up to that.
Because they
Or
could go in
maybe
a
I don't know.
different, yeah. Because they could go a different direction with it and be like,
Mm,
oh, he wants to get better, so then he takes the serum himself.
yeah,
Like maybe I don't know, like, but I guess like moving on to like the first, well, moving back to the first episode, like the first episode for me was very slow. It was very much like building a narrative. Like this is Bucky's life now. This is
yeah,
Falcon's life now, and it was cool. It was like it was really cool seeing both their lives and like how they're both trapped. sort of. Like,
Yeah,
and there was
and
this
like
really cool like running theme of how they're both kind of prisoners in their own world. They can't really do anything.
yeah,
Mm.
and there's trying to struggle like with identity and like
Yeah,
what are you gonna do, and like you have like one like if Falcon, which is he's basically being recognized as a Falcon, not as a human being, like
yeah.
and then you have like Winter Soldier who's like struggling because he's got like all
He's
this stuff
like,
that he's done,
yeah,
but it's like he doesn't know anything about it, but he's somehow apologizing about it.
and he's also
Like,
like he's also one of the lesser known Avengers, like that people like, or like he doesn't like he's not known by the public. Like so they don't really know all the good stuff he's done. Or, I guess they also don't know the bad stuff he's done, but they don't
yeah.
know him at all really. So it's sort of like he's struggling with that identity that no one really knows who he is, and the only people that kind of know him are the people that know he's done bad.
Yeah,
So it's like,
that's it.
like even that emotional bit where he's like, he's with that old guy, the old Asian guy, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah,
and because he
man.
killed his son, and I'm like, oh, that's so deep. Like
That's
I didn't
some
even make the
heartbreaking
connection at the
shit.
beginning. Yeah, I didn't even make that connection until I
Hey,
realized like later on, I was like, oh fuck, that's his son. Like he killed
yeah,
his son.
yeah. It was such a shock to me as well because I
Mm,
was like, wait, how do you know like how is this happening? How do you know who this person is? And
yeah,
then you just see like little cutback.
like
And I think it was well done. Like
I
honestly.
thought what they were going with, like, because they cut it straight after the therapist bit. So I thought what they were going with was like the therapist like, you got no friends, blah 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 blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, actually, he's only got one friend, and it's this old dude. That's what I thought they were gonna
Yeah,
go with. Like, he's like, he's got like this one guy as his friend, but no, he was like he's
yeah,
only his friend because he's trying to make amends. It's like, wow,
yeah.
that's so deep.
And he's like struggling to say something because he might I don't know he could pass out. Like
Yeah.
if he finds out that news, like he could die.
Honestly, I just think he's like so wrought with guilt because he still sees
Yeah,
like this man like doing the
in
shrine
pain.
and yeah, like to his son, like he clearly misses his son, like who wouldn't,
Yeah,
and
and
I
like
don't know.
it shows you like in when they were in the bar and how he just like spoke Japanese and like how it reminded him of his
Oh yeah,
son
yeah,
because of that pastry.
yeah.
I think it was well done,
It's so
honestly.
it was well done, and I was saying like I say it again, like the same thing is that this it felt like a movie, like where
Yeah.
WandaVision, and obviously it was on purpose, but clearly felt like a
Mm.
TV show. This one
Yep.
feels like
I
a
agree.
Marvel film. Like, and I like it.
Exactly.
Like, and I've missed that. I think I still get goosebumps now when I hear the opening thing. Like, I'm like, yes. And, like, I can't
Yeah.
wait for it again. Like, but it was good. And then they revealed that shocker like at the end because they done Falcon dirty and they just took that shield away and like, how now we got it. It's ours now. It's government property. It's like, what? Like,
He donated it and then he's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm
yeah,
just gonna make a new one.
it's ours now. We can do what we want. It's like that's not how donating works. But all right, like.
Mm.
But like, and then we'll have to move on to the second episode because the second episode is where the meat of this is. Like,
Ooh,
is where the meat of this
juicy
podcast
stuff,
is going to be
juicy
about
stuff.
because like the first one, as we said, is slow. The second one breathes life into these characters, and you see like
Jam,
so much more context. Like,
jam packed with actions. I love it.
yeah, like the
So
action's
good.
actually been good. Actually, before we like talk about it, yeah, like the action, the fight scenes have been pretty good. But I expect nothing
Yeah.
less that when it has like stuff like Bucky in it and that, because
Like,
even Winter Soldier was such a great film. But
but yeah, like I don't know. How should I say? It's like
the second
just
episode.
like second episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the second episode was like was insane because when it had like what's his name, the fake Captain America. I don't know what did you call him? He's called something.
It's called USA Agent or US
It's literally
Agent.
just called US Agent. Okay,
Yeah,
like but he just solidified like being a cunt. Like he was just an absolute.
it's just a
arsehole.
smug. It's just
Yeah.
a smug on his face when I saw him in the going back to the first episode. When I saw the smug, I was like, "Yep, I fucking hate this guy already." And then when I saw him in the second episode, like hot, coming in with a fucking helicopter, yeah, yeeting the fucking
Oh
the
my
shield
God,
like it's
yeah.
nothing. I was like, "Who
I'm
the
not gonna
fuck
lie.
is this
The
man?"
first thing I did say was like, "Oh wow, he uses that shield really well." Like I'm not gonna lie, he was really good with it. I can't lie. His fighting was good. It's just he's
yeah.
an asshole. Like
But
oh man, like the way even he called Bucky when he called him Bucky, I was like, you don't get to call him Bucky. Like there was so many memes. It was just like I saw.
not even I could call him Bucky.
Yeah, it's like you don't get to call. You don't know me like that. What the fuck are you doing? Like he just solidified like his sort of appearance of being an asshole.
Yeah.
And I think that's obviously on purpose. Like nobody liked him. It's like what was the guy's name next to him? I don't remember.
Oh my god, my
Like-
boy Battlestar.
Battlestar. And then like Bucky was like, "Stop the car! I need to get out! Like you can't be naming yourself Battlestar. Like get out of here."
The thing is, it's so accurate to the comic. That's the problem. That's
Yeah.
actually his superhero name is Battlestar. But it was just when I heard it, I was like,
But it's,
get this cringy shit
I
off my
just love
screen, boy.
Bucky's reaction. Is like, no, I'm done. I'm done with these two clowns. Like, I don't want this anymore. I would rather walk 15 miles to the airport. I don't care. Uh, that was good. Like, I did enjoy like them two like sort of defying it, and then we had that scene with the therapist. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, the
Like,
prison, right?
yeah, like
Little cell.
yeah, and that was such a good moment because it was showing like it showed like vulnerability from both of them, and it showed comedy like as
Yeah,
well, which we'll touch on in a minute. But I'll talk about the vulnerability bit. It's like when he was saying to him, "Was like, why? All right, I'll start. Like, why did you give up the shield? Like, why did you do that? Like." And it's like, and he was like, I don't know why you're holding on to this so much. And it's such a great response from like Bucky. He's like, because he trusted you,
yeah,
and he
yeah.
believed in you, and if he was wrong about you, he was wrong about me. And I love that line. Like, it was so good.
Exactly,
Because that Bucky's
exactly.
always struggled with like his identity of being a good person. Like, he doesn't think
Yeah.
he's a good person.
Mm,
And it like if Falcon, if he was wrong about Falcon, he was wrong about him, and I loved that. It was so good.
mm. But it showed that they had trust in this man,
Yeah,
And I think problem with Sam is Falcon. His it's a struggle of like sort of identity.
yeah.
I think
He definitely like
it's
he's not Captain America, and he doesn't want to be Captain America.
yeah because it's such a huge like role to step in.
Yeah, this is why
Like
I wanted Bucky to be Captain America. That's why. Like, I was one of those guys who was like, look, I don't mind Falcon's going to be Captain America because everyone thought he was going to be, but
mm.
it should have been Bucky in my opinion.
But
But
how would you like
because he's
make
done it
amends
before in
of
the
like
comics.
yeah that he has but it's like in the film. I mean, not just that in the film, but like with him having like sort of this vision of his like past. Like how would you know like he's not gonna just suddenly turn
Well, if he does,
like
isn't it? He
what I mean?
does.
Mm. Or just like,
Yeah,
kills people.
that's it, isn't it? Like, just bring Spider Man or something. Like, go take him down. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things. It's a risk you got to take. Like, you got to either trust him or not. You can't half trust somebody. You know,
Yeah,
they're
I guess
trusting
you're
him to walk
right.
around and do whatever he wants now. He doesn't need the fucking shield to kill thousands of people. Bucky could do that now anyway. Like, give him a shield or don't give him a shield. It doesn't matter. But
Left arm.
yeah, like going back to the comedy though, like it's
Mm.
been funny. Like, it's actually been funny. The second
It,
episode was really
yeah.
funny. Like, I think my favorite moment was when they go to meet the guy, the other super soldier, like in that neighborhood, and then Falcon, like the kid goes up to him and goes, "Oh, it's Black Falcon," and he goes, "It's just Falcon, kid." And the guy's like, "No, my dad said it's Black Falcon," and he's like, "So what are you then, like Black Kid?" And I was like, "Oh my
Oh
god!"
my
And he turns to his friend and he's like, "Got him right." Like, it's like so good. Like, the comedy is just jokes. Oh man, and like was it Falcon and Bucky are kind of like a married couple right now, which I think is
yeah.
hilarious. Like, it's just
It's,
sort
it's
of like them two squabbling, you know?
constantly just like seeing in the plane where they were just like staring contest like
Yeah.
immediate.
And then they
It's
have a
like yeah,
staring contest later
it's,
as well.
yeah.
Like, it's just like childish stuff like that is something that
Mm.
is like Marvel's MMO, I guess,
Yeah.
with when it comes to comedy, and it's just funny because it takes a bit of lightheartedness like onto the film slash TV shows, like
Mm.
because you got to laugh at these moments, otherwise you can't just be all serious. It's not DC, so it's like
Yeah, true.
it's got to be funny. Like, even the point where they were like, "Oh, sit closer," and like their legs are in between each other, and they're just like squabbling, just
Arguing.
going, like they're just arguing the whole time. So I'll do this, and they're talking at the same time. It's just funny, and it really
Ah.
gives off that like lightheartedness. It's really cool.
And even like the whole when the super soldier broke Red Wing.
Oh
And it was just,
yeah.
I've always wanted to do that, man. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck."
Yeah, it just that's why I was saying it reminds me of the movies. Like, it's so like really cool, those little quips, like little like
Mm.
jokes.
Yeah, they've definitely established how they do it. I
Yeah,
think
the
they've
Marvel
definitely had
brand.
that's their style now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
The one thing I wanted to ask you is like when Bucky remember when Bucky first saw that shield fly and he caught it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw. For me, when I saw his face, it was like, oh shit! It kind of reminded him of Cap. But then
Mm.
when he grabbed it, he was like, no, it's not Cap. It's someone else.
Oh, do you think?
That's
Oh,
what
that's
I thought.
interesting because I got a different thing from it. What I got
Ooh.
was from it was like, it was a little nod, and or a premonition to him having the shield later. Like,
Oh,
it was sort
okay.
of like him going like, I'm gonna be like Cap. It was like like a movie thing where it's like, I'm gonna hold this soon, But
Oh, so it's like foreshadowing.
yeah, foreshadow. That's the word. Like I was trying to fucking remember what the word was, but like maybe that's just me being hopeful, like my bias.
Mm,
Of, like, I want Bucky to be Captain America, but I don't know. For me, that's what it looked like. It did show that he was sad a little bit,
mm,
but I didn't. I didn't. I guess I didn't make the connection of like maybe he was sad because it was Captain America.
yeah, but it was different. It was a different Captain America.
Yeah.
For me that's how it looked like anyway.
Mm.
Um, that just that it's like you see how when you told me how like Falcon and Winter Soldier is sort of like a married couple, right?
Yeah.
You can see that when they're fighting, that like they're so unorganized, they're so
Yeah.
uncoordinated.
And one's
Like,
trying to save the other, like, and
yeah,
they're trying to score points on each other.
yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm kind of it's kind of fun that way. So
Do you,
I think the payoff's gonna be good.
do you know what annoys
Hopefully.
me about it? Is
Mm.
like, I am slightly getting impressed by the skills of that U.S. soldier guy. Like, when he uses the shield, like when he threw the shield to save like Battlestar, I was like, that's pretty good. Like, that was a pretty good use of the shield.
I don't know you could do that.
Yeah, like
Pretty
Cap never did that, unfortunately. Like, and Cap's like my favorite guy out of all of the Avengers,
Mm.
so I'm just like, fuck you. Like I hate him, but I was like, all right, still respect though. Like that
Yeah.
was good. Like you did well.
Yeah, but I think again they're going for like the whole comic thing where he is a bit better in a
Yeah.
way, but is stronger. But I think Cap
Is
just
he
has
though?
that.
That's the thing, because like there's that part where he goes back onto the van, and I don't know if it was like there's two things I'm thinking. Like he goes back onto the van, and he gets booted right back off, right? And there was two things that I was thinking. It's like one, he lost that on purpose, right? Or two, he really thought of himself as being a hero, and then he gets brought back down to earth by getting punted. Like,
I think it's him being
like
kicked.
yeah,
He's
because
just,
like
being pulled
he
back.
goes on and goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that," or something like that. He says something corny, and then they just go,
Yeah.
"Yeet." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so maybe like I don't know, like maybe he's just too big for those shoes, and that might lead into he might take the serum later.
Yeah.
But
I have a theory that like you know at the end where the girl got a text saying that I'm coming for you, you stole from me.
yeah,
I think he's in cohorts with those guys, you know.
do you think?
I think so
Dude,
because
that's like big brain because I wasn't even thinking that far ahead. Like I'm thinking episode to episode right now. I can't even. That's cool though. I mean, I can't. It makes sense.
I think it's because I kind of like refreshing his lore.
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm thinking like he might be like under Hydra.
Is
And
Hydra
then,
still a
like-
thing though? I thought they weren't a thing at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. It's because like when Bucky was like, "Oh, this lady," kind of like I kind of gave it a power. Now she's like abusing it. Blah blah blah. So I think they are still around, but like they're doing like nothing like too noticeable. But I think they are still like sort of underground, like looking for like super soldier serum and all this
Well,
other stuff.
apparently
Like, you know,
there's fucking loads of them. Like and there's like a super soldier like in every street corner. Apparently, like what's going on?
yeah,
Like, why are there so many? I know. What made me like shocked as well was like the guy was like, "Oh, there's no parachute." I never thought that Bucky was just gonna jump out of the plane with no parachute. I was like, "All right, you're a super soldier, but come on, don't take the piss now." Like,
I was just expecting Lotus over there because who the fuck? How are you gonna
jumps
fly a
out.
plane, right? How are you gonna fly a plane with no parachute
it
on
was
site?
no. That's the thing. I think there was a parachute. I just don't think he could be asked to look for it. I think he just rolls his eyes and goes, "I'm just gonna jump." Like,
Take the left arm. Just,
Yeah.
just take it.
that left arm's getting like fucked up right now.
Wait, it's vibranium though, so it's
It's
fine.
I mean, I don't know unless they like cut it with vibranium. Like,
But yeah, there's a few things I want to discuss with you. With the black super soldier, what do you think?
like the actual character himself. Like
No, just him
well,
appearing. Like
him appearing. I thought it was cool. Like it was good to show like that there are others, and you know Bucky kind of wanted to keep it a secret sort of thing.
yeah,
But it was a bit random, a little bit. But like it was like him sort of asking for his help, saying like, is it because he was tested on, right? They say he went to prison for like 30 years or something,
yeah.
and they were testing him. So maybe they just extracted loads of his blood and managed to make the serum again. I don't think that's the last we'll see of him, though. I think he's going to come in the later episodes.
Well, again, he's part of the comics. I don't know if anyone knows.
No.
So when basically Cap went into ice, right? They needed another super soldier.
Right.
So
Was he the one that picked up the mantle for a bit?
Yeah, he was the one that picked up the mantle until they basically like did a bunch of tests on him. Then Captain America came out of ice. So I think that's why he's a bit bitter
Right.
on how he is. But in the comics, he was actually for a brief moment Captain America.
But I guess not in this universe.
No, no, no.
Because no one
In
knows.
this one, it's protected. It's like an old, been beat up dude,
Yeah,
tested on.
because
Um,
they said he gets put in prison for 30 years, so he clearly wasn't Captain America in this universe, I guess.
yeah.
I'm wondering
So
where they're gonna take it with him, because I'm assuming he'll come back in it, like later on.
he has to, right? Because Marvel they don't do this thing for no reason.
Are you
You know what I
sure?
mean?
And let me go back to what's his name, Adam Warlock, in one of the Guardians films. There was actually there was like an after credit scene of Adam Warlock, and then they never did anything with him. He never turned up again. It was nothing. So like they do that sometimes. They do be doing that sometimes.
But I feel like he's gonna come out in like Guardians of the Galaxy as Guardian. I don't know if they're
Do you
gonna
know
call
what?
it that, but
If they do that, then fair enough. But like that's some force type, man. Like this was pre Infinity War. Like they put a teaser for something that would be nearly 10 years into the future. Like that would be crazy. Like,
it's just I don't know. I'm thinking like way ahead, but it's just like
there's like they've got. I want to see the roadmap. I want to see this man or woman like who has a massive wall full of paper and red string of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they've clearly been thinking about this for like 10 years. I don't know how they've done this, but they've linked everything. Like everything is linked.
Exactly.
It's
It wouldn't be a surprise if the super soldiers like be a part of this huge thing at the end.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we're gonna get any cameos from any other people in this one? Like, or do you think we're done? Like, cause I'm wondering if anyone else will be turning up in this like series.
I have a feeling Loki at the end.
Do you think?
That's because of it. There's another one coming out. There's a Loki coming out after.
I don't think.
I don't know.
I feel like Loki.
Hope
Loki's gonna
maybe?
be setting up
I
the
don't know.
multiverse sort of thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I thought. I mean, I really. Because they're trying to say they didn't. They never actually specifically said that Cap is dead. Like, he's not dead. Like, we haven't seen him die. We just know he's really old, right? Like, I don't know. They said, oh, he's gone, and then like there's that scene where they have a rumor where he's like, oh, is he on a moon base? And all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, are we
yeah.
gonna see Cap at the end? Like, little cheeky old man Cap.
Maybe like he just comes out of nowhere and be like, Sam, you have to take the fucking shield. Okay? This is disgraceful.
I don't know. Like, I'm just like, because they all just say, oh, Cap is gone. They don't say Cap is dead. And Marvel, they're specific with what they're saying here. Like, they're clearly not saying he's dead because he's not dead. I don't know. That's just, again, that might be just my hope of like, please just come back.
Who do you want, or who do you think is gonna appear?
I think Cap. Like, I think he might. Oh, okay, let me put it this way. I don't think he will, but I hope he will. But in terms of like I actually don't think anyone else is going to turn up. Maybe Hawkeye, but not too sure.
That's very yeah. I don't know about Hawkeye
because he's done fuck all. Like since coming back, like he's done nothing.
It's fucking teleport man. That's what he is.
I mean, like, I was gonna say as well. Did you catch the bit where he was like, he was like, what are you, like, the White Panther now? And he's like, oh, White Wolf actually. I was like, yes, they're actually saying it. Like,
it's actually White Wolf.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, also, like, on a separate note, actually, I don't like Bucky with short hair. I want his longer hair back. I don't
He's
think
trying to fit in. You're trying to fit with civilization.
What are you trying to say, that people with long hair don't fit in? We both have long hair.
No. Our hair is neat and tidy, right? His one in Winter Soldier was just like, it was a mess.
It's rugged.
It was just
sexy.
like he just came
You
out of
take
a
that
coma
back. He looks great, all right.
Don't get me wrong, I like the look, but I don't think in a society where they're living in, it's gonna be like, why
what
does he wash his
society
hair?
you living in? where people give a shit if you've got washed hair or not.
Nutty ass hair.
You never heard of dreadlocks? Like,
I don't want that.
just Winter Soldier with dreadlocks would be great. No, but what do you think we're gonna see in the next episode then? Like episode 3?
Because it's only gonna be six episodes, right?
Yeah, so this would be the halfway point of this.
There might, in my opinion, they might brush on the new Captain American can a serum.
Okay, so you think it's gonna go down that route?
Yeah, and also I think Zemo's gonna escape.
Oh yeah, no, they set up for the part where like they're gonna go and see Zemo, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think
I don't know.
he's gonna escape. But
I don't know what they're gonna find out from Zemo, really. Like, I mean, they're obviously just gonna find out, like, yeah, we made more and more serums, like, duh, like, clearly. But
I think it's gonna be something deeper though.
you think they go to a Hydra
Honestly,
base or something?
I think there are still Hydras out there. It's just that Zemo knows who and how the fuck they get in the serum. You know.
I'm just wondering, like, how
So
they're gonna do it though, because like, it can't just be, you know, this is the enemy, like that big, like, what's his name? Like the big strong guy. Like it can't just be like, oh, that's the enemy, that's the end of this, because Marvel is smart now. There's no point in making a TV show like if the only reason is because they want to fight one enemy and that's it. It's clearly got to feed into the universe somehow. So I'm just wondering, are they going to add like some deeper like connection here? You know,
maybe. Oh, actually.
there must be something else. There's got to be some other struggle. Like, and also I don't know if this is a set after or before WandaVision, like the events of WandaVision. Like they don't.
I think this is set during actually.
Is it during?
Because they said 6 months after the war, or the whole blip thing,
Yeah.
and they said the same thing 6 months after. So I was like,
So these things happened at the exact same time,
I think so.
and like,
Maybe a couple weeks apart. I don't know, but I think they are in the same sort of time
yeah.
ish.
Okay.
So
It'll be interesting because I want to like the episode, like the first two episodes haven't really alluded to what this show is gonna be fighting at the moment. Like I know it's that big strong guy. I know he's got a name.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what his name is. But that big strong guy, like, and I'm just wondering,
The
like, huh?
like, you mean the group, the Freedom Fighters?
No,
Or
you know that guy who fights him at the beginning, like he's just like he fights that soldier.
Oh, slams him.
Yeah. Like he's obviously the big bad guy.
No, he's not.
What do you mean? No,
He's not the leader. He's actually not the leader.
No, I don't think he's the leader, but he's the big bad guy. Like he is the one that they're trying to take down at the moment. So like I know it's not all gonna be about that. So I'm trying to see like where's this underlining like thing gonna go down? Because I know that they've got those freedom fighters that want it to be going back to what the blip was.
Yeah.
Like and like I guess like a quick thing about that, like I can kind of see where they're coming from.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, let me expand upon that because like their whole purpose, like their whole like thought process, is that the people that came back after the blip are the only ones that people care about now. So they're getting the most help. So that I think what they're going like, and this is just me thinking on ahead, is that what the reason why is that the banks and all that stuff started helping people that came back from the blip, like more so than the people that were actually alive during the blip.
Yeah.
So what I would think, or what I would assume, is that governments and stuff like that started setting up procedures that when people came back from the blip, they got houses, they got set up, they got clothes and all that stuff. Whereas the people that survived for the 5 years didn't get anything. And that's why I'm thinking why they're so pissed, is that like, why are these people that have been gone, I guess, for 5 years suddenly getting all the help and we're getting none?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think that's what they're fighting for. So I can kind of see why they're getting, or where they're coming from, rather. Because you kind of see it a little bit when Falcon goes to try and apply for a loan. It's like, oh, we can't really help because you know we had to stop, like we had to tighten our stuff because people were claiming they were coming back from the blip. So it kind of shows that like people were claiming to coming back from the blip because they weren't getting help for it, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can kind of see where they're coming from a little bit. Yeah. No. I mean, we're just about out of time anyway, but.
Oh no.
That was a good discussion. We are gonna do this weekly, where we're gonna discuss the episode, and this is our new schedule now. So, the Falcon and Winter Soldier episode is gonna come out on Saturdays, and our regular podcast will come out on Thursdays, so that we can sort of like people get to hear our discussion about Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's gonna be fresh in our minds, rather than waiting a week and forgetting what happened. But yeah, hopefully you tune in next time and you can hear our discussion and tell us what you think in the comments and that what you think is going to happen in the next episode, or who you think the big bad guy, air quotes, is going to be. Because I'm actually interested. I don't know who it's going to be. Yeah, and all that other stuff, like and subscribe and all that stuff. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.